Hi everyone, welcome back to Successpedia Asia's new show, Journey to Success, the Rebound. All right, so in this series, we are really going to talk a lot on preparing everyone for the rebound. What rebound? Not the basketball rebound, but the economy's rebound. All right, and why are we doing this is also to prepare everyone not to get surprised by how COVID has surprised us. So, the rebound may come anytime. So it's always the best that we are ready and prepared for it. So Zhuge Liang once said, or today I even shared on Successpedia Asia a quote, the best weapon is prepared mind. So we are trying to create this series so that everyone can be prepared with the weapon to get ready for the rebound in terms of the business, the industry, the SMEs, and the corporate. All right, so today, who do we have? We have Jim Giam. He is the founder of FirstCom Solutions. So what does FirstCom Solutions do? I will let Jim introduce on his own to give a better in-depth introduction of what FirstCom actually does. So without further ado, may we invite our guest for today up on the show with us. Hi, Jim.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Sorry, very lengthy opening because today is the first episode of our season 2.
No problem. I especially like the quote about Zhuge Liang getting ready and getting ready for this rebound.
Yes. So Jim, do you mind if you would like to say hi to the viewers, your friends, your supporters, and then also to introduce yourself to them?
Okay, so basically my name is Jim and I've been around helping customers with web development, digital marketing for the last 10 years. So on a day-to-day basis, actually before COVID happened, I get the opportunity to meet 3 to 5 business customers on a day-to-day basis. In the beginning, when we first started FirstCom Solution, actually we were not set up to do web development and digital marketing. Actually, at the beginning, we only started to offer domain name hosting services. So at 2010, 2011, not sure if you still remember, all the business owners' email addresses was at Signet, at StarHub, at PackNet, and yeah. Correct. So we only started to offer domain name hosting services to business customers, and alongside that, we also offered telecommunication services like your at the time it was ADSL switching over to fiber internet connectivity. We went. I went to start the company together with my wife. She's very supportive. She quit her banking job and come and start the business with me with no income. So we started, and then we started selling domain name services. But through doing so, we unknowingly unlocked a lot of potential. So when customers have their domain name, everything set up already, then they start to ask, hey, Jim, how come in my www there is absolutely nothing there? So then at the point in time, nobody mentioned this word website. It was just like, can you put something there for me? Can you put my company logo? Can you put my contact number? Can you put my new email address, right? So then we started to tinker around with it. And eventually it became creating website, and then it became CMS websites. And then fast forward 1.5 years ago, we were very fortunate to learn about the SME Go digital program by Infocom Media Development Authority. And since that period 1.5 years ago, we were very focused in helping business owners digitize in the area towards e-commerce.
Right.
Yes.
Something very interesting that I found out about you is that when you first started, it was just you and your wife, you mentioned, right?
Yes.
And now, as of today, how many staff do you have?
Wow. At this point in time, we have 137 full-time employees in Singapore. In Philippines, Makati, we have 42.
Oh, you have a quarter, a sub-quarter in.
Yes. We have an office at Manila. Mainly, the Manila office help us a lot with testing of websites, a lot of implementation, trial and error works that we are developing. So as a development house ourselves, we also try to develop a lot of newer applications, CRMs, inventory tools, everything that can better integrate websites together with other platforms for our customer. So it's more like an R&D house.
Okay. So a very, very digital company from web hosting to web building, and then moving into even more the digital marketing scene.
digital marketing scene. And because when we do digital marketing for business customers, not just about the know-how and the challenge that we have to overcome the myths and the so-called legends that the customers believe in towards digital marketing, but mainly customers have a lot of concern and problem in production. So we also have our own production team here in Singapore. So we mainly help customers digitize their content where possible within the shortest period of time. Most things done up and then quickly put them up online.
Right. Okay, great. Yeah. So today we really have someone with in-depth knowledge over the past running his business, growing, scaling his business over the past 9 years.
Yes.
10 years actually, right? 10 years.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
About there, right? Okay.
Yes.
So Jim, can you share? Let's go into the topic proper where we talk a bit about COVID. So the COVID has actually impacted the whole economy, and a lot of SMEs are actually struggling badly. But we want to streamline into digital marketing scene. So how do you think the COVID-19 has actually impacted? What are the changes?
Well, I think honestly speaking, the COVID-19 impact towards the market is really a very drastic one. When we look at Singapore, we always think that Singapore is a very high-tech city, high-tech town. But honestly speaking, if you just look into normal examples, when you go to F&B outlets for dining, they don't even have an omni-channel reward point system. There are many popular chains that are still using very basic reward point systems like coupon code, not even coupon code, sorry, stickers where you stamp on the stickers and then you go and redeem things. So SME, especially in the last leading before COVID-19, when I meet 3 to 5 business customers on a day-to-day basis, right, I come to understand that they really have no idea about digital marketing, and because of the way that the government have shaped the support, the government grants, right, it's all related around software, around implementation. So a lot of them actually took the government's direction, and then they went to develop websites first. And because there's no support for digital marketing, right, so they have always left that as a second part. But to me, digital marketing and digital development, they are actually one in all together. And when you build a website and you do not have a good understanding or a good strategy or a good plan for digital marketing, everything would bound to fail. So let's talk about the COVID-19 happening. So we see a lot of companies struggling, and then suddenly a lot of them don't know what to do. And even if they want to get started, they also don't know. There are so many options. You want to build a website first, or do you want to do marketing first? Then marketing, you have your Google channels, you have your Facebook, you have your Instagram, and then where do we really start? And I think at the very beginning, we talk about food service providers, right? You look at when they started to embark digital, we start to see that they are not even having proper and appropriate contents. So they start to take pictures using their mobile phone of their food menu, and then they start to post online and then trying to, do whatever they can. And I think that really explains what is going on right now in our SME scene. Not just for food service providers, this issue out push across to all industry, including retail, wholesale, import, export, big and small.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So in such a way that the digital marketing scene has been impacted, what do you think are the changes from before as compared to now? Even before the COVID, to say the digital marketing scene has already been a place where the SMEs, or maybe even the older generation, they are not very familiar. They're already not very familiar with the digital marketing scene. In fact, some of them are being in, how can we say, top 菜头. So so people overquote. So
it's a good example. Yeah.
And now even with the COVID-19, what are the differences? What are the changes?
I think mainly the okay, we talk about the attitude the attitude first of the business owners. I think business owners that are running businesses that are mature, 40s, 50s, some late 30s, they always know that going digital is a mandate, that it has to be. But I think they always have took a wait and see approach, like, why should we do it now? It's like, it's good, but why now? Why don't I do it 3 months later? Anyway, my normal business operation is still okay, I mean, it's not growing, but it's not declining. So there is a sizable revenue coming in, and because most of them are already a little bit older in generation, so the drive to really restart the business and gain a so-called like a second success through going digital is something that a lot of business owners sort of put off. Especially when you look into retailers and food service providers where they have spent so much money into investing into kitchen equipment, staff, rental, and sometimes business is so competitive, they're not really making a lot of profit. I mean, they definitely are making profit, but not enough to, really be comfortable and dedicate time to go and start a new e-commerce channel or digital marketing channel. So I guess first we look at the attitude approach, I guess, because COVID-19 has dawned to them that, see, we cannot expect dine-in now. So all my investment into rental, everything, it is horrible. So now they are more ready to start. But ready to start comes into, the example that you just said. There are so many vendors out there offering so many different solutions, and there are good vendors, and then there are, of course, vendors that are a little bit more Rambo style, right? So I just it really depends on who they engage at this point in time, I guess. But attitude change is okay. So right now, when we meet business customers, they want things fast. And there are a lot of limitations when it comes to fast. I mean, you want a website up in half a day, 1 day. It's not possible. But what is the challenge is, are their contents ready? So if we look into food service providers, do they have normal or decent or attractive pictures of their dishes, to be ready to go online? If they don't have that, then they wouldn't be able to even use a template builder to quickly put something together. So that is the most immediate thing that they have to do, digitizing of their normal content. So apart from pictures, then you start to look into description. A lot of business owners have simple 1-2-liner description of their food, and then when you want to go onto a website, you have to elaborate a little bit about your food, right? So then they face a little bit of challenge in terms of copywriting. And then of course, when all these things is done into a digital sales channel or ordering manner in some way and form, right? Then they start to face the next challenge, which is digital marketing. So where should we start? How should we get a lot more traction and awareness? So through the last 1.5 months, I understand that there are a lot of closed and open groups that are set up to help the hawkers. I think that really helped a lot when hawkers can post a post inside there, and then they are able to gain some orders. But then the way that it happens is that because when they post, they get a lot of attention, a lot of orders, and a lot of them are not really ready logistically, not just for last mile fulfillment, but also for taking on all the orders. So then it became a situation that I got 700 inquiries in 2 days. I also cannot fulfill one. But at least a lot of them start to see that, it's possible, this can happen, right? So the attitude-wise for business owners that I see over the last 1.5 to 2 months has really changed. They really are taking a more serious approach towards digital developments and digital marketing.
Right. Okay. Jim, before I throw you the next question, right? So for the viewers, if you have any question, please feel free to just drop your, leave a message on our comments. All right. Jim and I. Jim will answer, not me. So I will bring up the question, and then hopefully Jim can answer to your question. Anything related to digital marketing, to web building, e-commerce, and even to your business advice. So yeah. And okay, so Jim, you mentioned so many things. Before I ask the next question, with regards to whatever you say, the groups that's being formed, I love the groups that's being formed.
Yes.
Like what you say, people can post and everything, but they don't realize one small little problem. I'm not sure whether they realize when you have a lot of people posting, right? So what is going to be happening? The post is going to get bumped down. You may have 500 or maybe like 200 shares today, but the moment it's being bumped down, everyone start posting. It ends there. So it is I would feel that it is a one-time off marketing solution.
Indeed, and then it creates the situation that what we see like a marketplace environment. Everybody is selling maybe char kway teow. How do you stand out? And then usually in a marketplace environment, you would have to understand the digital marketing tools within the marketplace so that you're able to stand out. But I guess digital marketing, a lot of business owners really have it wrong. They have to change their understanding and how ready they are to part with money to invest in digital marketing. So we take a traditional approach when they start to rent a shop or they start a food business outlet and rent a location. So if you rent this location at Queensway Shopping Centre, a 1,000 square feet shop, the rental fee would be maybe $5,000. But the same rental fee, the same size shop, if you were to open this at a different location, would vary very much. So for example, if they were to open in Orchard, same square feet, the price that they will be paying may be 5 times more. So what they have to understand is, why is there a difference in rental? Actually, the difference in rental fee that they are paying just boils down into two simple things: the quality and the quantity of traffic that they will be receiving. And this actually does not differ too far off when they go into digital marketing, because in digital marketing also, the amount of money that you spend and the digital channel that you decide to take would determine the type of quality and the quantity of traffic that you will receive. But in this aspect, I feel that digital marketing is a lot flexible, because when you take a normal rental environment, you have to fix a monthly rate. Whether business is good or bad, you can't throttle it. You have to continuously paying. You have to be continuously paying for it. But in a digital marketing environment, if you have spent maybe $3,000 a month and there is overwhelming orders, for example, you can throttle it down to $1,500 or even $500.
Okay.
Right. So I guess if there's a message that I want to put across to various business owners, is that digital marketing, what is being guaranteed, just like a normal traditional shop rental, what is being guaranteed? The impression, the exposure, the chance of them to do business, the chance of them to do conversion. But when it comes down into you doing digital marketing, the obligation of the platform is to drive you impression, drive you traction. It does not guarantee you any conversion. Comparing this to the normal landscape where if you were to pay a rental fee of $5,000 a month to any shopping mall, they will only guarantee you the footfall rate. They will not guarantee you how many people will come down and dine at your particular outlet. So in that aspect, it is actually quite the same. If they take a more open-minded approach towards having to spend $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month as what it is already a landscape when it comes to rental, the chance of them being sort of like misled and conned, by other vendors are going to be a lot lesser. But if they start to take a very unrealistic approach, right, and then they want to spend maybe $3,000 in 6 months, and they expect that in SEO, they are guaranteed page 1 rank number 1 forever, I think that is not going to be a good ending.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Jim. So, having said all those, right? What do you think is the new norm for digital marketing? Is there a new norm?
I think things are about to get really, really very interesting. While SMEs are struggling, but SMEs are also very quick to adapt to all these things. And business owners, being business owners, they really have a lot of ideas. So I'm really very, very excited to see how business owners evolve their businesses, right, by using the existing infrastructure that they have, the retail shop, the kitchen equipment, everything, and start to build a virtual brand. And when the moment they start to be open-minded about digital marketing costs and spending and investment, and they start to see traction and they start to see results, I think automatically the new norm would be people building up various virtual brands, people collaborating, business A and B collaborating together. Because if you go into an e-commerce website that is selling, for example, fresh seafood, right? I mean, people are already there to buy fresh seafood. If you put in fresh produce or fresh meat inside, the customers will just buy. And then why must it be so traditionally held that you must bring in your own supply chain, right? Why can't you just collaborate with somebody else and do a win-win? Both of you can have a website. Your product can be in his website, his product can be in your website. And I guess there's a lot of new things, and I'm pretty excited. But I guess this phase that we are going through, coming out from circuit breaker, the circuit breaker happening, COVID-19 impacting business, freezing incomes, all these things, we have to overcome it together first. And the moment they start to see digital marketing, I'm really actually quite excited to see what is the new things that's going to happen, because business owners in Singapore, they are really very innovative also.
Yeah. I tell you one thing new that's happening now. Everyone is on TikTok. It's not new, but there is a spike in the TikTok user. And there is already plans. I would safely say that there are business owners already starting to use TikTok to do their marketing.
Yeah, I would think so. Yes, definitely. Yes.
So actually, we are already slower than China, because China has Douyin. Douyin has all along been doing that. So So sidetrack a bit. I just want to hear from you. What do you think about using TikTok as a marketing tool?
I think TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, GDN, YouTube, they are all interrupt-based marketing, push marketing, which require customers to understand the simple concept that all these people that go into all this platform, right, they are not ready to receive your advertisements. They're just going there to either they go to Straits Time to consume the news, to read about the circuit breaker, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and then your advertisement just happen to be there. So when you want to engage into push marketing, interrupt marketing, right, they have to really have a more first they have to understand what is it all about first. Then they got to really plan their content to be enticing, clickbait, pull them in first, and then have a very nice manner of engaging customer, and then very clear call to action so that they're able to derive the result. But like I say, a push marketing, pull marketing, whichever way that the business owners start to take, I think as long as they be realistic about the cost and spending, and they don't start to go asking for, hey, can you guarantee I spend $5,000 do a Facebook marketing campaign or TikTok marketing campaign for you? Can you guarantee 2,000 sales? If not, we don't pay you. I think any proven digital marketing agency would either reason with the customer, try to explain things a bit, or we walk away, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So viewers, please. Any questions, just throw, okay? If you are not going to throw, I'm going to throw my next question to Jim. Yeah, so having said and talked about the norm, right? I just want to ask, in fact, it doesn't only apply to company and businesses, even for individuals, right? How do we, or how can they better prepare themselves for the new norm that you have just mentioned?
I think, first, we going digital is of no question now. Definitely, we have to go online. The question is now, how do we start to go digital? So you can start in a third-party marketplace environment. You can start in having your own development environment. You can start doing digital marketing first, or you can start doing it later. But I guess if you want results to be fast, the time is to engage an agency now, and it's not really to slowly go and learn any possible courses. I know there are, I've seen personally, there are a lot of crash course, half day, 3 days, 5 days with promises entailing that, after 3 days you will be able to take nice pictures, nice artwork, do videos. I mean, honestly speaking, I find that this is not really for the crowd of the business owners that I meet on a day-to-day basis, at least. So right now, I guess if it's urgent and they want to see things done well, I guess they have to first be ready to engage a proven, proper agency, evaluate the agency properly. And when, especially an advice that I would like to give to all business owners is, if you want to build a website, for example, right? Don't just be fixated on the portfolio of the agency. Don't be fixated on the reference website that you're going to give. I think show the digital media agency that you are talking to what is the reference site that you have, and at the same time, run through the contents that you already have. Because many times your own content may be a bottleneck in order for you to really reach the standard of website that you want. Right. And then also, since you want to digitize your business, when FirstCom first started the business, we also don't have such a huge offering. We started only with domain names. We don't have websites. We don't have anything, but we just started. So when they go online, I think it's also very realistic for them to start a particular chain or particular range of product first, instead of one shot, all their different verticals of products, everything would have to go online. I think it just creates unnecessary stress and pressure for not just the business owner, but many times their entire team altogether. So start small, go online, digitize this workflow, digitize the content, find a good agency, start. Most important thing is, hopefully in the first few months, they see traction, they see campaign result. And as what I've said earlier, I do believe that business owners will know how to innovate. Certain functions of their business definitely would have to cease, would have to change. Certain norms that they have, things that they're comfortable with, working with certain suppliers, because the suppliers that they're working with are also impact very, very hard. Realistically, the suppliers are either going to go bust, or they themselves are also going to create a new channel to go out to reach the consumer, bypassing the middleman. So I guess that a lot of changes are really going to happen, and they should just think real carefully and through consultation with digital marketing agencies.
Right. So it brings me to the next question, because you mentioned about building website, which also includes e-commerce web,
Right.
and also a third-party marketplace. So maybe for the benefit of some of the viewers, can you elaborate what is a third-party marketplace, and then how does the e-commerce web versus a third-party marketplace? What is the pros and cons between this?
I think that is a very good question. I get this question, I think, like when I meet customers, I think every 10 meetings I go, I get this question 7 times, right? So we look into the recent unhappiness that is happening in the food service trade, where they are saying that Grab is charging them 30-35% for a transaction. Grab itself is like a marketplace environment. You list yourself inside. It's fast, it's easy to go, your own content. They may have the ability to help you put up content, but you do not need to do digital marketing to drive traffic to the platform. Right? They themselves have traffic driving tools, which traffic is coming in. There's a chance for you to be seen, and then you will be exposed, and there will be transaction. So actually, when you are paying 30-35%, honestly speaking, if you factor in the digital marketing cost, right, for food service trade, maybe yes, they're paying slightly higher. But for other trades, honestly speaking, if you factor in digital marketing costs such as interior design, I can tell you getting one lead, charging 20-30% may not be that exaggerative. Then in a third-party marketplace environment on a website front, let's say, for example, if you go onto Q10, Lazada, or Shopee, I think one of the key advantages you can leverage on their branding. So whenever somebody goes into a marketplace to buy something, if you are new to the marketplace or even your product is new to the marketplace, just because of you being on the marketplace, people would trust the marketplace and then come and buy your products. And on the marketplace, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of promotion. There's a lot of mechanics. You don't have to worry so much about your own promotion. Sometimes there may be banking promotions that's happening on Lazada. For example, if you spend $80, you can get $5 off if you have a Citibank credit card. Then just nice, this consumer is buying somebody else's product at $75. Then your product just happened to appear at $6. Then why not? People will add you in. But of course, in a third-party marketplace environment, it gives very little room for recurring sales. So say, for example, when you buy something from the third-party marketplace and then you bring it into real life, let's say you buy a nice bag, right? So when your friend sees this bag and they ask you, where do you buy from? The natural response always is, I buy from the third-party marketplace name, Shopee, for example. They wouldn't go in and say, I go to Shopee, I go to this vendor, and then it is this name, and that's where I buy from. So in this aspect, I feel that third-party marketplace is a digital sales channel that is good to start. But I guess you have to build your own strategy onto how you maintain customer loyalty and how you build recurring on your customers and how you get your customers to refer new customers to you. I mean, if you are building your own digital marketing effort, would you drive traffic into a third-party marketplace, or would you drive traffic into your own website where the merchant fee is probably going to be much lower, where you have better control and probably you have better margin? So, but to me, third-party marketplace, all of them, your own website, they are all digital sales channel. And in terms of digital sales channel, the more the merrier. But the business owner have to have a very good understanding about this and how they strategize to use third-party marketplaces to reach out to new audiences, right? And then bring all these people back, maybe through Facebook, through Instagram. And if the user wants to buy again, they would buy in their own e-commerce website to maximize profit, right?
Right. So, but you just mentioned Facebook. Facebook also has their own marketplace.
Well, Facebook has their own marketplace, but Facebook Marketplace at this point in time is not a full-fledged, right? So there is a Facebook ad format where it allows for shop owners to put up a catalog, and then they can run advertisements where these advertisements and the product and the prices can appear to potential audiences. But when you engage with this advertisements format, right? So when you click onto the product, many times you notice that Facebook will still redirect you into an e-commerce website for fulfillment. So in a way, this is just an advertisement format at this point in time. Facebook has not opened up the e-commerce shop within Facebook where you're actually able to see and you're able to buy and pay directly to Facebook as a marketplace. So today I remember, is it today or yesterday, I remember seeing the news that Facebook is intending to release their marketplace soon. So I'm really very excited to see how this changes everything. But again, Facebook's environment probably would just be more intuitive than having to, from Facebook, you being directed into another website, be it your own website or third-party marketplace for conversion. It'll be a more immersive environment.
Right. Yeah. I brought up this question because I seen it, the news as well. They just made an announcement, So I guess even Facebook is trying to adjust themselves to the norm, because just now we were actually talking about the norm for digital marketing, and even Facebook is adapting to the new norm and trying to pick up something that they left off chuck one side, project chuck one side. They brought it back. So yeah.
Yep.
Okay, very sensitive question. Okay, I think this is a bit challenging for me because I don't think I can predict the future. So but with your experience, the 10 years of experience running this FirstCom Solutions, a digital company, economy rebound. When do you think the rebound will come? We are exiting the circuit breaker in phases, but now we would like to know like your gauge.
I think if not talking about broadly all across all industry, we talk about food service, trade, and retail specifically, right? I think the rebound has already started. Even before circuit breaker has ended, a lot of business owners are already seeking for alternate methods to do transaction online, be it through Facebook Live, be it through just pure Facebook, Instagram marketing, going onto third-party marketplace. And honestly speaking, Enterprise Singapore has provided a lot of assistance, a lot of program for all of them to take part on. So to me, I guess the rebound has already started. But this circuit breaker, because it's going to shift into phases. So the first phase, some of them will be able to open. They have to get used to implementing all the safe distancing measures. And after all these measures are in, understand how can they then leverage on technology again to compensate for the lack of footfall coming in, to compensate for the lack of space that they can use because of the safe distancing measure, and combine it together until phase 2 is reopened. I guess even phase 2 or phase 3 happening, right? Until a vaccine is being developed, I think even consumers like myself and you, we are still going to be very apprehensive when we go out. Are we going to really spend a long time? Are we going to go together into a cinema to go and watch a show all together at this point in time? I don't think so. But I guess Singapore businesses, at least for those that I've met and have a chance to talk to them, I think a lot of them are taking it quite positively. They are transforming their businesses, and then everything is already happening. So take, for example, in the month of April, we helped 200 F&B companies embark on a digital marketing program through the assistance of Enterprise Singapore. So all of these companies are on board a very straightforward digital marketing program, a 1-month program where we will come in to help them spruce up their digital marketing. We do a simple production for them, audit their social media assets, and then we launch a $1,000 media campaign for them. And most of their reports reflect the same statistics, and that is for 1,000 media budget that they spend with Facebook, they are able to obtain about 600 to 900 inquiries. And that means their cost per lead acquisition is about maybe $1. And honestly speaking, is that a very good news for all the business? I think yes, $1 to get a chance is much cheaper than all the rental that they have been paying.
Right. Hey, we have a question from one of the viewer.
Right.
Okay. The viewer is actually asking, is SEO important to website business?
SEO definitely is very, very important, but I think we have to be very realistic about SEO. If you are talking about using SEO to surpass SEM, pay-per-click and campaign, for example, if you want to be found, if you're an interior design company, you want to be found for SEO when people search for best interior design company, then I think it may not be so realistic, because if SEO really worked in such a manner, why would Google still have the SEM pay-per-click campaign where the top 4 results are heavily bidded and the prices keep going up on a daily basis? Interior design as a keyword is about $2 to $2.70 per click right now. So SEO is still very, very important, especially when people search for more specific keyword, like for example, the business owner's name, your product name, a particular event or show flat that you have participated in. But digital marketing, there is no one channel that is the best. What you should be investing on is all the digital marketing channel that is there. SEO, SEM, pay-per-click, GDN, YouTube, push marketing campaigns, Facebook, Instagram, and also third-party marketplaces.
Right. Okay, so so for Zhen, so we hope Jim has managed to answer your questions. So for the viewers, I hope this will be another a form of encouragement. Come in, ask the questions. Through anything related to digital marketing. We have the guru here with us on the rare cases that we managed to invite guru of the guru. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So back to the question. So we were really talking about the economy rebound, and then it's already starting to happen. But to prepare the people, just now we talked about preparing for the new norm. But how about preparing for the rebound? I think that there is a difference between a new norm, and the rebound. Yeah.
I really hope. I mean, this is my hope lah, because I don't think that they will all look at it in this manner. But just like the example that I've said earlier, going online, the most important thing is to understand how to drive traffic. That is going to be the deal breaker. If you decide to go online with very little comprehension or understanding about digital marketing, then everything is going to fail. My own personal opinion is that there is a lot of programs out there, skill future courses, training, but a lot of them are giving a lot of very general information, feeding them with a lot of possibilities and hope. But I don't think business owners at this point in time need to know general knowledge. We know that digital marketing work. We know that going online is the only way to go. But I just hope that business owners have some way that they can just, really open up their mind to really understand the costs and then the steps that they must take in order to drive traffic through digital means. I think that will make the biggest difference. I find that a lot of business owners that I talk to, they're withholding a lot of plans, and then they sometimes see very little hope in this rebound, right? Because they don't know what to do. Even if they invest or make some changes to the shop here and there, then how? The other channels are going to earn a certain cut out of my margin, and then my shop space rental is not going much cheaper. But right now, because of the safe distancing measure, my number of people coming in to dine at the same time from 40 packs only can reduce to 20 packs because of the regulation. So the salvation really lies in going digital, and the answer to all their problem would just simply disappear if they just understand the simple basis of paying some money into platforms, because they're not trusting the agency per se, right? They're really trusting and putting their money into Google. They're really trusting and putting their money into Facebook. I mean, Facebook works. It's just that you have to, understand what is the ad format, what is the result, how are you going to engage the audience, and then what is going to make the biggest difference of it all. So I really think business owners especially, they should, at this point in time, if they know a friend, they know a business owner who is proven in digital marketing. So digital marketing as it is, right, it doesn't mean that if you have somebody that has been a digital marketing executive for 5 years, that means this person is better than a digital marketing executive for 1 year, because ultimately it's all about ad spend. If this digital marketing executive has been in a business or employed in a company, and that company spends an average of $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year, right? So his skill set, everything is based on $12,000 a year. But you may have another person that has just started digital marketing for 6 months, but the company that he's working for is paying $10,000 a month for digital marketing spend. So his skill set is definitely going to be much more relevant, because in half a year, he is exposed to spending, managing, playing around even with a $60,000 digital marketing budget. So I hope business owners can really go and find, I mean, there are so many people that know how to do digital marketing. I'm sure within a stone's throw, one friend away from their immediate friend, they would be able to find people that are familiar with digital marketing, go and talk to them, understand a little bit, and then decide what's the next few steps that they are going to take. But if there's one thing that they should look into right now, it is digital marketing, not digital development, everything, because the moment they understand digital marketing and have a feel of how it's going to really help them, then they will understand if they should go into a third-party marketplace. Then they will understand and judge for themselves whether a 20% cut, a 30% cut from the platform is reasonable or unreasonable.
Right. So I guess what to sum it up in short will be, you're encouraging the viewers and businesses to actually find out, learn more about digital marketing, learn more in depth into how does SEO work, how SEM works, how Facebook marketing, even Instagram, social media marketing, content creation, all this. But
I think now, I think now it's not really learning in terms of theory, but I think I want them to experience the success through digital marketing. I think that makes the biggest difference. And honestly speaking, as a business owner myself, I have programmers. I don't know how to do programming, but does it mean that I must know how to do programming in order to manage and lead a team of programmers? You don't have to know digital marketing in depth, but I guess the exposure and understanding of what digital marketing can do is the most important thing. So if they are going to go on the route that they're going to go courses that's going to bombard them with a lot of general knowledge, general information, I honestly don't think that it's going to solve any problem.
Right.
The course wouldn't teach them what sort of interview questions they are going to ask if they're going to hire in their own digital marketer. And SME business owner, we talk about a chef who is probably running the cafe. You want him to know how to do digital marketing, go optimization strategy, go take Facebook blueprint. That is crazy, man.
Yeah. So importantly is to know and understand, get exposed to it, so that when it comes to engaging agency, or in fact employing people into the company to run it, that will better prepare them in the route to the economy rebound.
Correct, because honestly speaking, now it's gone past the time of learning, and I think business owners don't need to be convinced further that digital marketing and digital development works. They at this point in time just need to engage a proper agency. I know times are bad. Money is important to keep, but at this point in time, it's not really the time to go and get your staff to go and learn a course and then try to implement. I mean, what if they implement and fail? And your business has just been delayed by another 2 and 3 months, and then it's again penny wise, pound foolish, right? Because if you save $1,000-$3,000 here when you can just employ an agency, your rental cost per month is already like what, $10,000 a month, and then in the end you're just losing so much.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I have one more. Sorry, if I take up we'll eat into more of our catered time, right? So because Successpedia, we have evolved into a content creation company. So we also do a production. We also do content creation. So I just want to hear from you, content creation. How do you feel? Because you have your own content creation team in your company as well.
Yes.
And then based on the things that you have been seeing for the past 2-3 months and the clients, how much is there in the evolution of content creation?
I think as more and more business owners start to embark onto digital marketing campaigns, they start to have more exposure and know-how into how a push marketing campaign work. So they start to put a different valuation into content. They start to understand what difference does it make when they pay $1,000 to boost an advertisement on Facebook, when it's just a picture of the filet of fish static over there, versus if you pay somebody animation, some fishes flying in, and then a big hook hooking the burger up in the face of the user. I think they start to understand that the same $1,000 spent, scenario A and B would get a lot stronger return. And if you look at it, when you run a digital marketing campaign, it's not for short term, right? It is for long term. And if you decide like spend $1,000 over 12 months, how much would you be willing to spend for photography and videography? But if you are going to look at it and on a more realistic basis, that you're going to spend maybe $2,000 a month for the next 12 months, $24,000, then there's going to be a renewed valuation towards how much they are willing to spend for production. So I guess for production firm, it's good news lah. People are really there's going to be an increase in demand. Right, so for all the freelancers that are maybe a little bit slightly out of job, don't worry. When the economy pick up, business owners, the only way to survive this circuit breaker COVID-19 is really through digital means. And the moment business owners get exposed, the first thing that they want and demand for is going to be nicer content, better content, more engaging content. Right. So that would be what I feel would be happening for production houses lah.
Right. But very, very sadly for the freelancers, they are not included in the phase 1 of circuit breaker, from my understanding. Yeah. So
I think
yes. Sorry, you were saying, Jim?
Maybe they I mean, depending on how senior all these freelancers are, I think not. My company, for example, if today any freelancer with photography, videography, producing, animation, editing experience, we would hire them in for a full-time position. And honestly speaking, this is a global competition now. We are very aware that people are not going to stay and work in your company for a long period of time. So, but I mean, they want to carry out what they still do, right? They don't have to insist to remain as a production house. They can always go and join my company. They can join other web development company as a producer, as a photographer, as a videographer. I think any digital marketing, digital development agency definitely would have vacancy right now for them, because a lot of people are looking for all these services now. So in a way, they're still able to practice, just that they have to be more closer in mind thinking digital marketing, they are just thinking more towards performance marketing. How can I create content that really will be used by the customer in this sort of landscape where it will produce results for them? But if they want to, remain as, I want to do production, then maybe, I guess that's okay, but they just have to wait a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Which brings me to a point I think the viewers must know. I think in the midst of crisis, right, Jim actually opened up, I think you open up position or open up jobs for freelancers. You actually posted into the COVID-19 group.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So, and the purpose of it, if I recall correctly, is really to help people type through the difficult times whereby jobs is really harder to come. And I really must commend that. And that was what caught my attention. And that was how we got acquainted and stuff, and that was why I invited Jim, because he's a man of heart.
Thank you. But in the month of April, through the help of the freelance forum, we actually contracted 23 freelance photographers and videographers into our company, and that was why we were able to really spruce up the number of quantity of production that we can, because we have a lot of customers, being so many years in the business, right? And a lot of them, they want to go online. Honestly, the first thing to do is content. So through engaging all these photographers and videographers, very, very quickly, we were able to edit, do some very simple, basic production, and really help all these customers go on board, to really start their digital marketing journey. So I'm still looking to continue this employment to all these part-time contract staff all the way until maybe July, August period, and we see how the market goes. But as of it so far, we have the inquiries, we have the job, so why not, right? If I don't offer it to them, then I also don't know what to do.
Right. So this is truly what it means by getting ready for the rebound, which is already happening. And it's just going to keep on rebounding. So everyone out there, please stay positive. Yeah. So Jim, I guess we have come to an end of our long session. That really thank you so much for the time. Actually, we might have one question. Oh, it's not. It's this guy, Gem, right? Gem shows you.
All right, man.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So so it has been a great time hearing from you and great sharing. I believe this is very much different from how you have done it in Zoom itself. It's very private, but this is on Facebook. It's going to be shared. It will stay on Facebook. Anything on digital stays on digital.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy to be here, man. Thanks for inviting.
No problem. So one last thing. Is there anything that you would like to say to your viewers?
I think for people that are impacted and struggling, I think to me, I think the government is really trying very, very hard to do what is right, and then all these phased approach to open everything. I think believe in the government, believe in direction. I find that things will only get better. And if they're business owners, I hope they take my advice. If they want to reach me, they can always go to our company's website, and then I'll do my best to talk to them and see what kind of assistance I can come to offer. But I think in long story short, I think everybody got to stay real positive, stay real healthy, try to exercise a little bit. Staying at home, maybe a good, maybe a bad thing, but maybe take this period of time to go get another skill, right?
Yep. All right. Okay, Ken, thanks a lot, Jim. Thank you. So
no
I'll see you around.
See you, man.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, there we have Jim Giam, founder and director of FirstCom Solutions. Very, very huge company and very proven company in terms of building websites, in terms of building e-commerce, and running digital marketing campaigns. So if you have anything, we will type down in the comments on their website, or if not, you can just Google FirstCom Solutions. All right. So that we have come to an end of our show for now. So next week, not next week, this coming Friday, who do we have? All right. This coming Friday, we have Terence Kwa. Okay, Terence Kwa is actually from this company called Emergenetics. So Emergenetics does a lot of coaching, personal upgrading, and training. So he's going to share on how individually we can get ready for the rebound, not in terms of also in terms of businesses, corporate, but more of skills, not skills future lah. Okay, more of upgrading your skills and knowledge. All right. So this coming Friday, we look forward. We will give more information on Success Video Asia. Please do share, like, follow Success Video Asia on Facebook or Instagram, and we will see you all on Friday night, 8 p.m. This is Desmond, your amateur host, signing out.